Hello, everyone, and welcome to Totally Woman. This is the podcast, but today we are live. Yes, we are live. We're live on Instagram. We're also live on Facebook, and today is episode 10. So episode 10 is going to culminate season 1 of Totally Woman. And what an awesome and amazing season this has been. I remember when I first started my first day, my voice was trembling. I was so nervous. Sometimes I had butterflies today, but for different reasons. But, as I went on and I just, began to share information, and some of it, we laughed and we cried. Yes, we did. We laughed and we cried and we enjoyed so much together, and I am really, really happy for how Totally Woman has been supported, and your support. I am totally grateful to you guys. Thank you for whatever platform you were able to join me on, whether it was on Spotify, iHeartRadio, or just logging into ICNDJ. Thank you guys so much. I am just overwhelmed with so much gratitude. So thank you so much. I really just want to take time out also to shout out the countries, yes, that have been listening to me, the top 5 countries that have been listening to Totally Woman. And that would be here, the United States, Jamaica, land of my birth, yes, Jamaica, China. And I'm saying to myself, China, welcome, Emily. Thank you for joining. I was just shouting out the top 5 countries who have supported Totally Woman so far. China, guys, yes. Canada and also India. Those are the top 5 countries that have been listening to my podcast. And I am so grateful. I don't know who I have in China, but thank you so much, China. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I have another gentleman who just joined in. Oh my God. I know this is Totally Woman, but thank you to the men for supporting me. Thank you for my brother. I want to thank you for my brother-in-law. Thank you, Rohan. Thank you, Jerry. And I see Kino just joined in as well. Oh my God. I just want to thank the gentlemen for their support. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Emily, for joining us. Thank you so much. And to the cities, the top cities that are listening to me: Brooklyn, yes, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, Charlotte, North Carolina, yes, the Bronx. I know I have a bunch of people in Charlotte. I have family there and other people. So I want to just take this time to just thank you guys so much. I am so grateful. Thank you. I know we touched on some topics that affect us as women. Our first topic, my favorite, we talked about hygiene, right? Hygiene was in episode 1, and not just hygiene, in terms of us just taking a shower, but just practicing just how we take care of ourselves and taking care of our bodies, making ourselves a priority. As women, sometimes we neglect that. And it's the end of the year. So I'm going to say it, ladies, if you haven't yet had your physical, you haven't had your mammogram, it's the 19th, it's December 19th. You got to get something done. Do what you have to do. Thank you so much for joining. Oh my God, Crystal just joining. Thank you, Crystal, for joining me. Thank you so much. My church family as well. Thank you. So many supporters from my church as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh my God, I am so grateful. Thank you. I wanted to thank my 2 guests, my childhood friend that I knew from I was 10 years old, Mrs. Nicolene Miller Barrett. Thank you so much. I want to thank Nicolene for being a guest. I know breast cancer is so personal. It's very intimate. It's a part of us, right? So it's very hard sometimes to talk about those intimate parts of us. But she was willing to share and to just let us educate each other, even just to do our breast self-exam, ladies. Don't miss out on doing those, taking the time to do them once a month for yourselves, okay? I also want to thank Heather Dennis. She was a nurse practitioner who came on, and she's a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and she was able to give us, some little insight on mental health and coping. And through this podcast, you guys were introduced to my son. We talked about grieving and, grieving during the holidays. And sometimes just not only grieving someone, that you lost physically, but sometimes we grieve, from a job, we grieve from a relationship and different things like that. Oh my God. Nelly is on here too. Oh my God. Jody. Thank you, Janet, for joining. Welcome, guys. I'm so, so grateful to you guys for joining. As I prepare now, because we're preparing for season 2 of Totally Woman, and I want season 2 to, whatever topics, whatever, you guys feel like we should be talking about. I just want to get some ideas from you guys. What are some of the topics moving forward that you want to see discussed on Totally Woman? Just put it in the chat what you would really want to see discussed, some of the topics that you would want to see us talk about, and just, you break it down for you in more details and stuff like that to just give you more information, whatever you want to see in the next season, or how can I make it different, or what can I do differently? So your inputs are so, so valuable to me. And I really, really want to take this opportunity again to just say how thankful and how grateful I am to have everyone who has supported me. Like I tell people all the time, this is something that I have been pregnant with for so long. And finally I gave birth, right? I gave birth because I'm not just pregnant anymore, but honey, I have delivered. Yes, it took a while to deliver. Labor pains were hot. Yes, them hot contractions, all of that stuff. Oh my God. Yes, I can tell you I was going through them, but I really want to just say thank you to Miss Georgian Getton. She is from her GSD. It's called Getting Shit Done. I know, but that's what her thing is called. And she was the one who introduced me to this wonderful producer. And, right as I am on here right now, I just want to also thank my producer, Mr. Wise Grazette. Thank you so, so much. He has really been supportive. He has helped me in so many ways. I thank him for his guidance and how much he has just been with me through this whole journey. And this journey is not finished. This journey is just started. It's the beginning. I can tell you that I just believe that God is gonna take it to heights of, and levels that, is probably just gonna blow my mind. So I'm just like opening up my mind to those things. And, just praying for God to just continue to direct and guide me as I choose the topics that I'm choosing for each episode with season 2. Type something in the chat. Let us see what you're thinking and what we can do. I see where someone on Facebook said self-esteem was a topic of suggestion. Yes. Definitely taking that into point. Self-esteem. So many times we struggle with that. And now, with having the internet, with having Instagram and stuff like that, and people feel like they're having to live up to certain expectations. What an amazing topic that would be to discuss. Oh, yes. So, whatever else you feel blessed with, or you feel, it's gnawing at you and you want to just throw it out there, just, let me see what else you guys have in mind that you would want to see me talk about in our next season. And guys, just as a heads up, the next season is going to be starting on January 16th. So season 2 of Totally Woman, the podcast, is going to be starting January 16th. Sandy, so on Instagram, she said friendships as a topic. Oh my God, friendships. That is a good one. Because sometimes, having friends, and sometimes I have friends that, and friends who I consider to be like my very good friends. Sometimes I don't even talk to them every day. Sometimes it goes by like a little while before sometimes we even talk, but we're able to maintain that friendship. And friendship is something, healthy relationships, building healthy friendships, especially as women, women not tearing down each other, but building up each other. That's what we need to do for each other. So establishing healthy friendship among women, where we are able to, if I succeed, then you're succeeding as well. It's not just for me, it's for all of us, right? So we also have to be supportive of each other and encourage each other. Encourage yourself. That's my favorite thing to say now. Encourage yourself. Be kind to yourself. A lot of times we're not kind to ourselves. I know that I have to do that for myself as well, where you shut out all of the extenuating circumstances, shut out the noise sometimes. Sometimes you have to spend some time with yourself as well. Okay. Ways to maintain solid friendships. Yes, Sweet Ren on Instagram. That's what she saying. Ways to maintain solid friendships. How do you maintain solid friendships? How do you have a friendship and then you know that, this one is not going to go talk your business and the two of you can share and relate to each other, and you someone that you can confide in. Because as women, we need it. You need a good girlfriend, a good buddy, that if sometimes you're going through something, that you can have someone who is there to be supportive of you. So definitely, yes. So I see a lot of people are talking about that self-esteem, building healthy, solid friendships and relationships, solid relationships. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Nutrition for a healthy womb. Oh my God, I love that. Thank you so much, Janet, for that, because that is definitely something that is on my agenda. Nutrition for healthy womb. Separate from the nutrition is just even talking about also, uterine fibroids. A lot of our women, oh my God, a lot of us are plagued with that. A lot of us are suffering with that. This bleeding disorders, endometriosis, so many things that are affecting us that sometimes are preventing us from getting pregnant. Those of you who are trying. I'm menopausal. Well, I'm not fully menopause yet, but that's also another topic as well, if I may just throw that out there. Perimenopause, menopause. Are you in menopause? Is it perimenopause? Is it just my hormones driving me crazy? What is happening? Okay. So very good. Yes, I love that. Definitely. Also, like I did before for season 1, try to have also the professionals talking about, some of these things. So, getting like a professional, someone who this is their area. Kwana just said that as well. Fibroids and endometriosis. Yes, my dear, because so many of us, thank you, Kwana, for that. Yes, are suffering with fibroids and endometriosis. And there's simple procedures that can be done where you probably don't even need to have like an open myomectomy. There are ways now that is less invasive. So those are the things that we're going to be talking about and letting you know your options that you can have. So you're not suffering or dealing with this where you're putting on the pens, lining it with pads and this and that, just to keep yourself protected because of how many bleeding and stuff that is going on. And just to be realistic, right? Because these are real things that happen with these kind of issues that women are facing. So definitely those are very beautiful topics. Yes. Kwana said the different types of treatment, the different ones for fibroid and endometriosis. Yes, definitely the treatment, the different procedures, what is available to you, what you can do, because everything is going to be also based on you. Okay. Treatment is not just a one size fits all. It's going to be based on your makeup. It's going to be based on what the doctor deems appropriate for you. So yes, definitely talking about the treatments, the different types of treatments for fibroids and endometriosis. That is definitely on our radar for season 2. Oh my God, season 2 is looking fantastic already. Thank you guys so much. Georgette is on Facebook. She said treatment for back pain, right? So treatment for back pain, it can be sciatica. It can be so many different things as well. It could be a UTI depending on where on your back, which area is hurting as well. So we can delve into some of those as well and talk about it. Is it just your back that is hurting? And what are the causes? What is the reason? What other symptoms are you experiencing that is causing you to have these back pain? Yes. Good, good, good. Oh my God, ladies, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you so much. Hi, Jody. Thank you. Thank you for joining. I'm so happy for the people who are joining. Michelle on Instagram said, "Oh, yeah, very, very interesting." So, for a lot of people, especially now, people are getting older, they're career minded, they're doing different things, and maybe they're not ready to have babies as yet, right? So, even about talking about freezing your eggs and saving that for later until when you're ready to have children, if you're not ready at this time, talking about freezing your eggs, the positives and negatives about doing that. Okay. So that has to do with fertility issues and stuff like that. So, yes, beautiful topic. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Oh my God, guys, I am so happy with where this is going. All these topics are beautiful. Oh, yes. Caring. Sandy just said caring for elderly with signs of dementia and Alzheimer's. And these are very real issues that are happening right now. A lot of us, we're older. Our parents are also getting older. And these are issues that are plaguing them as well. So, talking about that, talking about caring for elderly, even just talking about caring for your parent, it could be a family member as well, if there's no other caregiver who is available to take care of them. Mona Lisa says IVF. So that would go into tie into what Michelle says about, freezing your eggs and stuff. Also, again, with fertility, definitely. Yes, IVF. Thank you guys so much. Oh my God, these are really hot topics, for touching down into season two. And I know season two, we're going to try and touch on as many of these topics as we can. And we're going to also, like I said, try to bring on some professionals who can definitely guide us and let us know some of the things that we should be doing to get us to the next level where we should be. But most importantly, you are doing your part. And your part includes taking care of you. Without you, there is nobody else, right? If something happened to you, there's no one else. And also during this season, sometimes as women, we take care of everybody else and we forget about us. So you have to take care of yourself as well. If you're single, it's just you alone. Buy yourself a gift, wrap it and put it under your, maybe under a little tree, or just wrap it and put it somewhere, and you have something to open for Christmas. Okay. Little stuff that you can do. We talked about volunteering, around that time. There are places that you can volunteer and help out. Most importantly, guys, be kind to yourself. Some of you are grieving, you're going through issues. So many of my friends and colleagues, different people, have lost loved ones during the last couple of weeks, the last few months. Now we're down to the end of the month again. And people are still, we don't even know what's going to happen. But we just want to give God thanks that we're still here and we are in the land of the living. And let me tell you something. I can actually say this because this is a part of my testimony. And I feel that if I say these things, then you will see me and you will say, okay, if she can do it, then I can do it as well. And let me tell you, when I lost my son, and I always say that, I mean, I'm still dealing with some of those issues as I go along. But this year so far has been so good for me in term, and it wasn't good, maybe in the beginning, and I still had my moments. But just for me to get from point A to point B to where I am now, it's like night and day. And I give God thanks for that. But sometimes you are your own worst enemy. Sometimes you have to be the one to encourage yourself. You have to be the one to speak life into yourself. And I know things are going to happen. Life is going to happen, right? You're walking outside. You didn't even see that there was a dent in, or an indentation in the sidewalk, and now you trip or something like that happened. We have no control over some of these things that happen. But when these things happen, I go to God and I pray, because guess what? I know who God is for myself. Nobody can tell me who he is because I know. So just doing some meditation, just reflecting. And sometimes when I reflect and I look back, my gratitude is what's now overtaking me. So I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful for my family. My dad was sick the other day. I am so happy. Now he's home. He's doing so much better. I am so grateful. I am thankful. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my mom. I have a praying mom. Oh my God. If she just meets you, she'll just pray for you. I have a praying mom. I have a praying dad. I have a brother. I have a sister. They are so amazing to me. And I give God thanks every day for them. I have 3 amazing nephews. And these are the people in my life, my brother-in-law. These are the people who encourage me and keep me going. And that's why even with this topic here of building relationships, and sometimes I know not everybody has family, not everybody has someone that they can really go to and just to rely on. And sometimes you have to rely on yourselves, like I said. But it's good also when you have somebody. Do not hide yourself away, because I did that a lot. I would just like shut myself off from everyone, but make yourself available. Do things that make you happy. Take yourself to the movies. Yes, I do that from time to time. Yes. Take yourself to the movie. You could go to the movie by yourself. You could go to dinner by yourself. Dress up nicely and go to dinner, right? Dress up nicely, take a nice bubble bath and be in your house. Enjoy the comfort of your home. The weather is cold right now. I don't know. Some people don't like their home for some reason. I don't know why. But these are things that we can do just to make ourselves happy. Make your surroundings happy. Be kind to people. Treat people the way you would want to be treated as well. Okay. And as we go through this life, it will also make it so much better. You have to have that spirit of gratitude and be just thankful and be just grateful, because nothing sometimes is going to go exactly the way that you want it. But if you're grateful, if you're positive, right? Because negativity cannot dwell if you are in that positive mode. And I know it's hard. It's hard to stay positive. Sometimes I'm negative and positive at the same time. I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feel that way, but sometimes I'm negative and then I go positive, then I go negative again. But then I said, no, what? I can't afford to let this overwhelm me. And then here I am, I'm positive again. So sometimes that's how it has to go. And that's just life. It's normal. Okay. So be kind to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Even with me, like I struggle with my weight with menopause right now, it's even so much harder. But now even just moving and trying, I'm working on it and I'm trying, because people are like, oh, you're giving other people information about health. And then they look at you and people think that every time if you're a bigger person, that you're the most unhealthy person there is. And there's no such thing like that. But at the same time, your heart now is also doing double job. So you need to I need to get myself then, speaking for myself, to a healthier level as well. So I'm talking to myself as well, but I can't be hard on myself. I have to encourage myself and make simple and adaptable changes each day. I see where Ramona said, let's talk about the high rates now of HIV, AIDS, and STD. Yes, that is another thing too that we're going to talk about, sexually transmitted diseases and what's going on with that. We have to talk about that, ladies. We definitely have to talk about that. I don't know, in this day and age, people are having unprotected sex. I don't understand why. When we get into it, we'll talk about it, because, today I can't even get into some of what I want to say, but ladies, you have to look, you have to touch, you have to feel, you have to make sure that if something is going to go near to your body is valuable. So you have to take the time to make sure, those of you who are in healthy relationships, if you're married or whatever you're doing, if that's the case, then both of you should be actually getting tested. Yeah, I said it. Both of you should be getting tested before you take the relationship to the next level, and okay, but that's definitely a topic. Yes, we're definitely going to be talking about that. Thank you, Ramona, for bringing that up. Yes, we're going to definitely be talking about that, because we definitely see it in practice, where these are things that are escalating, that were once very on the, were once like not as rampant as they are today. I mean, as they are before, but now they're getting to be herpes, stuff like that, syphilis. are on the rise again. So we have to be mindful of these things. And if you're participating in activities that, if you're sexually active, you need to be protecting yourself and taking care of yourself. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it for something like this to destroy your health. Okay? Yes. Oh my God, ladies, thank you so much. Thank you all for being so transparent. I am so happy with the topics that you're recommending. And I really look for, because these are things that were definitely also on my mind. So I really thank you guys for sharing it. So I know then that this is definitely in line with where Totally Woman podcast is going. So thank you guys so, so, so much. So, so grateful. So, so thankful to you. I want to express my sincere gratitude to all of you. Thank you for those of you who have taken the time out to join me today. This is our first live. And that's another thing that we're planning to do. Maybe just go, every now and again, I maybe do something spontaneous. I don't know how spontaneous I can be. I'm not very good technically. I want to thank my producer for being here with me because he's the one who is helping me. So thank you guys so much. I'm just grateful and I'm just thankful. Thank you for your support. And I pray and I hope that, you will invite another woman, invite someone else to listen. And not just only listen, ladies, but follow me as well. Follow me on all the platforms. Follow me when you go in so that you will get notified when each episode is coming out. And season 1, the entire season 1 is going to have 10 episodes. Even this episode even right now, we're live. We're actually incorporating this episode as well. So season 1, all of the episodes are going to be available. They're going to be available on all those platforms that I mentioned before. They're going to be on the Apple Podcast, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, and also ICN.DJ. For those of you who don't have access to those other platforms that I mentioned, you can log into ICN.DJ as well. So thank you guys so, so much. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, this has been an awesome journey. Season 1, I could not have fathomed it in my mind how it would have turned out any differently. So right now, I just want to thank you guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those of you who are my frequent listeners that every Tuesday you guys are tuning in. I want to thank you so, so much. Thank you. I am really, really grateful. I want to thank the people in China who are listening to me. I want to thank those in India. I know in Canada. I want to thank my Jamaican. Oh my God. Yes. I want to thank them so much for people in Jamaica who are listening to me. I know that I have even some of my cousins all over, in the country areas and all over, people in Charlotte, in North Carolina. I have family down there and a few friends as well. All over. I didn't even mention in Florida as well, the Bronx, Manhattan, wherever you're listening to me from. And of course, Brooklyn, right? Thank you guys so, so much. I am so, so grateful. Very, very grateful. I cannot thank you guys enough for all of your support that you have given me throughout these 10 episodes. And I pray that you will continue to join me. Introduce someone to Totally Woman. Tell them about it. Tell them how they can listen to season 1 and how they can continue on January 16th to join me for Totally Woman season 2. Ladies, like I always say, let us continue to inspire. Let us continue to motivate and let us continue to uplift each other. But most importantly, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself good. Because if you don't, nobody else will. Treat yourself good. Okay? Pat yourself on the back. Say to yourself, I probably would say, Marie, that's how I say, Marie, you're doing good. Yeah, sometimes I have to look in the mirror and you just say something like that. You're doing good. I'm so proud of you. Vanessa, say that to yourself in the mirror. I'm so proud of you, right? Michelle, look at yourself. Jody, all of you who are joining me in here. Renee, yes. Janet, I know some of you, I'm not shouting out everyone. Georgia, all of you who are joining me on here, thank you. Look at yourself in the mirror and just say how proud of the person who is looking back that you are. Okay? And everyone from Totally Woman Podcast, I would like to wish you guys a very happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you guys are celebrating, I just wish you all the best. And I also wish you guys a healthy, happy, and prosperous 2024. I can't wait to see you guys again on season 2 of Totally Woman. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys. Thank you. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And that's the end of season 1.